Round got it, I fancy. Scott goes down for the Swans. Ball shot out to Wilson. Quickly onto Elshaw. Quick shot by Elshaw, and that's a major. Wilson's the player who started that.
The Demons firing back. The Swans 81, Melbourne 80. Shane Morwood, does it nicely in towards centre half forward. Spearing kick up towards Carroll. A diver from Smith. He's received the broncs from the Melbourne supporters today at the Batterston, who got a heavy knock in the first couple of minutes of play. Across to O'Donnell. The kick a bit too far for O'Donnell. Good shepherding by Tossell. O'Donnell back to O'Brien. Nicely done by the Demons. Out wide again, Batterston. Wilson, centre half forward, lines up. Melbourne's second goal in 1 minute. Tremendous team play by the Demons. They're back in business.
New zest found by the Demons in the opening minutes of this third term. They kick 2 goals and they take the lead by 5 points. This time the Demons in front again. Grabbed by Giles. Handball to Flower. Flower's kick is a short one. The Swans are in front. This is Cruz, takes it, boots the ball long towards the half-forward line. Jarrett back on the field for the Demons. Got the ball now. Boots it into centre half-forward. There's a nest of players there from both teams. Arms and legs everywhere. Good handball, Fitch. Giles a short one to 3 of his teammates. Flower will take the handball. Good Flower. Backwards beautifully to Tossell. Just missed. You should have kicked that one, Peter Tossell, because the lead-up play to that was great. And everyone made position for you.
Melbourne 87, the Swans 81. Carter goes out towards Round. Browning out there too, along with McLean. Got a push from his own player, Giles. Browning ducked his head, lost possession. Tony Morwood, knock on by Round. Wright uses his body beautifully. Hutchison the knock on. Up towards Giles. Browning into centre half back. Tony Morwood, back to Browning again. Through the centre he goes. Torbett calling for it. That's his target. Fashini the crumbs. But Torbett takes the mark deep on the half-forward line. Wayne Carroll dropping back. Torbett. Wayne Carroll dropping back. Brady's down there too. Fashini for the crumbs. Wayne Carroll nearly, not quite. The mark being played behind to McLean. That's a strange one.
Just plucked it away from Carroll's fingertips there with a close-up. It's his 6th mark. Was he out or was he out? Well, the free kick was going the other way. Going to be taken by Hounsell. Hounsell's kick high and into the goal square. That was Torbett's fist who punched it through for his team, and that's a behind of the Swans.
Hounsell's 4th behind. Smith thought about Jarrett. He's going wider. Out towards Batterston. Wilson there too. Batterston, coming over the shoulder. No free kick. Just out. Batterston's not happy. Not happy at all. Melbourne 87, the Swans 82. McLean. Reid gets it down to Tony Morwood. On to Round, across to Wright. Wright wrong foots himself. Up towards Carroll. On his chest, nicely done. Paul Morwood going past. Lex knocked the handball. Well, he couldn't have anyway. He was being scragged by the Melbourne defence. His first kick. Wayne Carroll. It's curving back. Not enough though. Behind. The Swans, Melbourne 87. The Swans 83.
Melbourne had their nose in front by 4 points as Smith's having a good look around to where to kick the ball. He goes straight down the field now, looking for Wilson. Why Wilson? He's one of the short players, but he had his arm held. You could see that. And Wilson calling for the ball quickly. Give it to me. Fitch races down the field, but it doesn't matter. Wilson play's been held up. Now it's a chain of handballs now. Flower on the end of it this time. Getting a call. Through on from Batterston. But runners everywhere. Ignores Giles. Boots it back to centre half forward. Man in front takes the mark. Teeley. And he was a light in that great second term when he kicked 4 goals. It's an interesting match so far. It's seesawing. Healy's 4 goals 3 from 11 kicks. Taking lots of time over this one. In front by 4 points at the moment. Deliberate kick by Healy straight through the centre. 5 goals to Gerard Healy. The Demons lead by 9 points.
8 minutes in the third term. It's been a 3-0 term by the Demons so far. All round wins easily. Almost worth a kick. O'Brien's got to run the wrong way and tidy up. Across to Jarrett. Elshaw. Tossell calling for it to go deeper. Down towards Batterston. No, it's fading towards centre-half forward. Shane Moore with a good mark at centre-half back. Oh, player came from behind, but he allowed play to go on. Carroll. That's Dennis Carroll. And towards Wayne. Oh, he got a push. No free kick for that. Taken away by O'Sullivan. Oh, off the pack nicely. Wilson on the flower. Quickly across to Giles. Giles in towards centre-half forward. Tossell gets a call from Batterston. Healy there too. Carter backs his judgment. Oh, and does it well, but he gave away a free kick on Healy. He was outnumbered 4-1, Carter. That's all he could do. He attacked the ball and attacked the ball ferociously. And unfortunately for him, being outnumbered, gave away the free kick. Gerard Healy's kicked 5. The Demons have kicked 3 in the early part of this third term. 3 players on the mark as Healy stabs it. That's his 5th goal. 6 in fact. 6 goals, 3 to Gerard Healy.
Kick in. Wilson's been a great player. He has had a great deal of kicks. Handled the ball a lot. Here's a good run by Clever Rover and Elshaw. They certainly found a bit of pace in this match. Down to the half-forward line. Ackley, been a good player. Just handed it to Smith. Smith's trying to draw someone towards him. He does. It's Lucas. Lucas on the half-forward line. If he runs direct, he can kick a goal from here. He lets it go, and it's marked. Brilliant. Right on the goal line there by... Has it been allowed? Running on the umpire. It's a goal! Well, gee, I could have sworn that O'Brien had marked that well inside the line, or at least on the line. Well, there you go.
Melbourne 120, the Swans 116. Flower spins out of trouble nicely. Too far for Danaher. Tossell, a chance to get it over the top to Healy. He gets it sideways to Batterston. Batterston fires in towards goal, and he's put it through. And the Demons 10 points in front now.
Melbourne hanging on there by 10 points, but the Swans are not giving it up. McLean's been a great player for them in the ruck. There he goes. Boots down to the half-forward line. Giles up into the Swans member. Gathers the ball. Has runners all around him. O'Donnell this time puts... Oh, the kick was deflected as Healy was setting himself up. Elshaw puts it backwards. He will give the Swans a possession now through House, who has been a grand player on the wing for them. Plenty of up and go from this fellow. Oh, clever handball. Too clever for Stevie Wright. He's lost it. Wilson gets it. Good play, Wilson. He had O'Donnell running through, then back towards Hutchison. Hutchison's kick to full forward. Jacko's really out-manoeuvred. Oh, he's got it, has he? One arm being held.
The advantage free kick was played against Hutchison after he disposed of that ball down to the forward line, Jeff. The free kick was paid behind play. The advantage kick has been taken to Jackson.
Well, Jackson, with his 2 kicks for goal so far, shouldn't miss with this, his 3rd. Boys, great on percentage. 3 kicks, 3 goals.
Final term, 12 minutes in. The Demons 132, the Swans 116. Round, second tap. Hutchison nearly back to Round. Out to Tony Morwood. Browning with the legs. On to Torbett. Torbett back to Browning. No, he thought about it. In towards full forward. No one home. Seddon takes the mark at centre-half back for Melbourne. Jarrett calling for it, and so is Wilson. Oh, it's a bit high. Time for the troops to come in. Wilson nearly. Smith. Shane Morwood. Oh, it's curving back. Smith dropping back. Oh, Swans mark right in front of goal. Talbot. Only metres out on a slight angle. Well, certainly in the first half of the season, a mark like that would not have been paid. This will be his 13th kick. He's played a useful game. He's kicked 1 goal, 1. Swans trail by 16 points, and now they trail by 10. And they're back in the game. Talbot's second goal. O'Sullivan, half-back flank. The clock showing exactly 16 minutes of play. The Demons 132, the Swans 123. O'Donnell. He's going to kick it long. Jackson down there and a host of small players for the Crumbs. Jacko goes up and gets it. 25 metres out from goal. Short one. Oops, into Giles, and he's found him dead in front. .35 metres out, directly in front. Good unselfish play by the volatile Jackson. He's been fairly quiet today. 15th kick to Giles, so Giles and Healy have ripped the Swans half-back line absolutely apart. Torn them to shreds. He's kicked 2, and that's his third.
17 minutes into the final term, it's Melbourne by 15 points. McLean wins at centre bounce once more. It's Paul Maud quickly out the back. Melbourne kick the ball high. Or McLean runs in where Angel's fear to tread, takes the mark. It wasn't a mark according to the umpire, so he spreads out the players and bowls it up again. McLean, unbeatable. Giles, also unbeatable on the forward line. Running out there was Carter, takes the ball on his chest, right back to the centre of the field. McLean again, had it in his fingertips. Not a mark though.
The Demons by 15 points. Into half forward. Back deeper than that to Ackley. Oh, he slipped at the vital moment. Carter. Tossell. Oh, kicks it backwards. Good effort. Down to Jackson. One hand. Oh, what a mark! On his right hand. Taken it twice on his left. If he kicks it, it'll almost seal it for the Demons. And what a tremendous day they've had. What a great finger tipper. The Demons by 15 points. Only kick number 6. Concentration by Jackson. He's kicked it. That's their 22nd. Jackson's 4th.
Tremendous finish to the season by the Demons. They trailed at the first 2 changes, not by a lot, but they kicked 7 goals to 3 in the third quarter to turn a 7-point half-time deficit into a 17-point three-quarter-time lead. 7 goals each in a tremendous final term before Melbourne got home by 15 points. 47 goals kicked. Fantastic match. 8 goals to Gerard Healy and 5 to Mark Jackson, who had a terrific battle for the club goal-scoring honours. 3 to Peter Giles, who overnight has become a forward after being collected by Lee Matthews as a defender last week. Tony Morwood and Fashini kicked 3 each for the Swans. Looking at the other scores to wrap up the round, and Hawthorn comfortable winners at Princes Park over St Kilda. Fairly even first half, with the Hawks getting away to a 3-goal lead, but they stormed away with 9 goals to 3 in the third quarter and eventually won by the huge margin of 88 points, so they're going into the finals in great form. 6 goals to Gary Buckenara, 4 to Moncrief, 3 each to Matthews, Robertson and Jeff Ablett, while for the Saints, Mark Scott and Park kicked 3 goals each. Keel kicked 2. Essendon will also go into the finals full of confidence because they kicked the sweep and beat Footscray by 146 points at the Western Oval, where they lost last year, and some felt they might struggle in this game. The Bulldogs led by a goal at quarter time, but then Essendon kicked 8 goals in the second quarter, 13 in the third and another 8 in the last to kick that superb score and win by a mammoth margin. 5 goals to Van der Haar, 3 each to Otway, Bahaja, Duckworth, Fowler and Justin Madden, and for the hapless Scraggers, 2 each to De Conning and McKenna, and Footscray have collected the wooden spoon. Collingwood made sure of that by beating Geelong in an upset down at Cardinia Park. The Woods always looked like winning, but then had to withstand a big late burst by the Cats. Collingwood 22 points up at quarter time, 21 at half time, 22 at three-quarter time. Geelong kicked 5 goals to 2 in the last quarter and got to within 5 points. Peter Johnston missed a shot for goal late in the match, which could have forced a draw. Goal scorers for Collingwood, 3 each to McCormack, who came to Collingwood from Assumption College as a full forward, but has spent most of his career as a full back. 3 also to Davis, Moore and Williams, and for the Cats 3 each to Johnston, Turner, Mangels and Peake. So the completion of the home and home series for 82, and the ladder shows Richmond clear-cut leaders with 72 points, 18 wins and 4 losses. They lost only to Hawthorn and Carlton during the season. The Hawks on 68, Carlton 66, and those two teams have the double chance. Essendon 64, North 56, making up the 5. Outside the 5, Fitzroy on 50, the Swans 48, Melbourne moving up a rung with that win. They're 8th for the season on 32, Geelong 28, Collingwood and St Kilda 16, and Footscray Wooden Spooners for the year with 12 points. And now here are some more highlights of today's 3 feature matches.